what happened out there? What made you get in that zone?
Well, you know, shot started to fall. My teammates found me. Rajon Rondo, you know, did a great job of, you know, getting me open, getting the ball to me, and, you know, my spot. So, you know, just let it fly.
Now, coming to the season, what's your expectations these last 19, 20 games?
To just do what we did today, you know, just, you know, play our hearts out, try to execute, get better each game, and, you know, just try to go out strong for the rest of the season.
Y'all can finish. I'm done.
Chris was talking a little bit about.
So let's talk about a guy we haven't really talked about much lately, but it's time he gets his recognition.
We've talked plenty, just not in a positive way.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But we haven't done we used to do a lot of segments about Jeff Green, but
Right.
we don't really do them very much anymore. Now he and Jared Sillinger had their own little interview, which I think might win a Pulitzer Prize sometime in the near future. But Evans, Jeff Green is maybe earning himself some prizes now with the team because he scored. It's 5 20-point games in the last 8. And 20-point games have been rare this year. He's always somewhere between like 11 and 19 pretty much every single night. He's kind of breaking through, and it seems like Rondo being there is definitely one of the keys because he's no longer the guy trying to run the half-court offense, and they're pushing the ball a lot more. Jeff Green's kind of getting the opportunity to play his game the way that he wants to.
Yeah, and he's also just creating shots for himself. I mean, we saw those 3 threes in a row that he made in the third quarter. I mean, he was just in the zone, just feeling it and just launching threes. I mean, he's a guy that can score in a variety of ways, and just Rondo adds more ways to the arsenal for him. Like, he can make the 3, or he can drive to the basket and get a pass from Rondo and, you know, make a cut without the ball. Like, he can do a lot of things, and Rondo just kind of, you know, broadens his options and makes it easier for everybody, including Green, to score.
I agree. I mean, with Rondo out there, that takes a lot of the defense's focus is now on Rondo, which allows Green to maybe be a little more free. And when, excuse me, when he's in the open court, we already know what he can do when he chooses to do it. We still want to see him drive to the hoop more, but it was really nice to see him find that shot tonight in the third quarter. I think that was huge. The 3 in a row. He had the 4 in the same quarter. And the Celtics needed all the points they could get because they gave up 35 points in that quarter. So they weren't really playing. It turned into a little like Rucker Park type situation, I think, in the third quarter, which is offense against offense. But yeah, that's what we know Green can do, you know. And in the last few games, the last string of games here, you said 5 of the last 8. That's what we thought we'd be getting at the start of the season. So it's coming a little later than we thought. Maybe it's because he really needed a guy like Rondo out there to help create, you know, open spaces up for him. Like you said, he's creating his own shot. A little more confidence now than he had in the past. So it's good to see, and I think that we'll see it more often than we have.
Yeah, I think it's no coincidence that, you know, we've also been talking in the last few games about Rondo making threes. And he's not going to have games where he's 3 for 4, 4 for 5 every single game shooting threes. Right. But even when he misses a lot like he did tonight, he's a decoy for the offense. It kind of opens up more space for guys like Jeff Green.
Agree.
And, you know, Rondo's going to have games where he misses a lot of threes, but it's still going to help the offense overall because it spreads the floor. And Green's one of the guys who benefits from that.
Well, the funny thing is, now that Rondo's back, he's actually taking more shots than he was before. I mean, the whole thing was that he should be scoring more when Rondo's out because he gets more shots. But now he's taking 17 shots per game in February.
Yeah, that's a lot of shots.
Yeah, that's like where you actually want him to be. And he averaged 20 points a game in February. So it looks like with him, it's not about opportunity to have like the focus on you. It's just about opportunity to be in the right position.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, that's it. Okay, so let's go to the award ceremony. Boxing out stat of the night, Jimmy Toscano.
My boxing out is 38-7. That is the Celtics assist to turnover ratio tonight. Season high for assists team, 38. The previous high was 30. So that's a big difference. Obviously, Rondo had a huge say in both numbers because he had 18 assists and 0 turnovers. But to see the team sort of piggyback off that, you know, when you see it wasn't just Rondo. I mean, they got 20 assists from the rest of the team. So that goes to show you that that stuff is contagious, you know. And when you protect the ball, you know, that makes your teammates want to do that as well. No one wants to be the guy that's turning the ball over left and right. Jeff Green was the only player on the Celtics who had multiple turnovers, and he only had 2. So, good job by them.
It's pretty shocking. Jeff Green's the only player with multiple turnovers.
Right.
Yeah, for the 5 turnovers that they had. Yeah, it was 5, right?
It was 5, but it was 7 as a team.
Oh, I see.
Yes, 5 players.
My stat, 4,101. That is the career assist total for Rajon Rondo now. Passing Bill Russell for 5th on the Celtics all-time list. He's now trailing only, Pierce, Bird, Havlicek, Kuzi. That is elite company in Celtics history.
Not a bad list to be on.
It's elite company in NBA history.
I mean, yeah,
obviously.
It's a pretty cool list, and he's still...
Trade him, though! No, that's
He's
not.
going to pass
Authority.
Pierce next year and be fourth
That's
all
what other
time.
people are saying,
He's got
but-
quite a career going assist-wise.
Right.
Yeah.
They always pound the table and use their deepest Gandalf voice.
That's what I
see.
picture. Yes.
Yeah.
Behind their laptops.
Danny Ainge is doing, you know,
So,
pounding the table on the phone.
quickly, how weird is it that Bill Russell was like right towards the top
Yeah,
of the
it's-
all-time assists?
it is weird.
list? Yeah.
I mean, we didn't watch him play, so
It's a whole
how do we
different
know?
game.
Well, he was
back
always a
then.
great passer,
Right,
but you would think
passing
that a
big
center with so many great guards that have played for this team.
Right.
But he played 13 years here, while Dennis Johnson and Tiny Archibald didn't play the same amount of time.
Right.
Sherman Douglas, who seems laughable, but he did have the most assists in a game for a Celtic player, and he did have a few years where he was averaging around 10 assists a
Right.
game.
I mean, it's Rondo said it, like it's not like Russell was a point guard or anything, but he's still a legend. You know, he's still, like you said, 13 seasons. Now, if Rondo passes him in rebounds and blocks, then you know, something went completely crazy over the
That'll be the
next few
day.
years.
He
But
plays
yeah.
25 years with the Celtics.
Right, but it's still. I mean, yeah, it's not koozie. It's not that type of thing, but it's still cool. And Pierce is next on the list. I think he's about 200 assists away. So I don't think he thinks he can get Pierce this year. It would need some.
Well,
And he would need to
there's
average
20 games left, so he'd have to average 10 a game.
He'd have to average
That's-
10 a game, but he's going to miss. You have to assume he's going to miss a few games here.
We know he's going to miss Wednesday
Right.
night. He already confirmed that.
He did
so.
say he's going to miss that. He doesn't want to push it. I don't blame him. I mean, don't go chasing an assist record and injure yourself in the process. So.
Oh, well, where have we heard that before? That's what happened last year.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Don't do it again.
Assist record?
well, he had the streak of 10-plus assists.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah.
chasing that. Get out of here.
Okay.
Well,
of course he
some
was.
people say he was.
Okay, so we had the turnovers there. So I think that I'd have to agree that that's probably the most outstanding stat of the night,
Thank you.
because that was mine. So let me improv real quick.
That was yours.
Just,
What?
just how we'll do Rondo's 18-0, pretty much in the same vein. there.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty
stat.
much the same thing.
All
Okay.
right.
So Evans, baller of the night.
I'm going to go Chris Humphries in the non-Rondo category because that's too easy.
We'll do non-Rondo.
Yeah, I mean, Humphries was knocking down shots in the first quarter. He was a big source of Rondo's assists. He was hitting that, top of the key jumper that, Kevin Garnett used to make during his time here. I mean, Humphries has really kind of spread out the offense. He's found opportunities to score within the flow of the way Rondo directs things, and he's been a really, just a nice piece of the puzzle for the Celtics.
I love
Chris
Hump.
Humphries.
I love Hump.
Don't we all?
I was gonna write something on this, but then I didn't. Beginning of the year, I was gonna say he's gonna be like a fan favorite. I don't know if he's a fan favorite, but the point is he has completely just sort of redone his image. Obviously, nobody liked him at all in the offseason and coming into the season.
For non-basketball reasons.
Right, for non-basketball
almost
reasons. Right,
exclusively,
but that was the whole thing. Nobody looked at what he was doing on the court. They just looked at everything else. But you see him out there on the court, and he's a really good player. I mean, he can, like you said, hit those shots. He's a double-double machine when he gets the amount of minutes to play. So,
Yeah.
good player. I'm going to go with Jeff Green. We talked about him earlier. I just thought the three-pointers that he hit in the third quarter were huge for them. And he's a guy that, like the Celtics, I guess, has been disappointing, this year. But the past 8 games, we talked about it. He's taking more shots. He's hitting more shots. And I think that he's just played like one of the best players on the team, as he should be, over the past few games. So give it to him today.
Well, welcome back to the baller of the night
27
circle,
points for
Jeff
Green.
Green.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's been a while
Yeah.
since he's won one of those. So for me, there's so many players on the Pistons I want to give it to just because their numbers were phenomenal.
Right.
But
Yeah.
just because we had the video clip for it and it's good, we'll give it to Chris Babb. Which I can't believe. I did it last game, doing it again.
Wow.
Because the guy got himself another 10-day
Another
contract.
10 days.
Let's roll the tape.
Did he say anything to you about
He
the
said,
next 10?
he said, do you want to stick around? Sure, why not? I'll stick around for a couple more days. That's 90% of the battle, just getting a shot. I mean, because there's so much talent, in the D League, guys coming out of college, veterans. So all it takes is for some guys it needs just a chance. And, I was fortunate enough to get one. A ton. I definitely think that I've grown as a player. I think the D League was great for me. I was able to work on a lot of things that I needed to work on that the Celtics wanted me to work on. So I definitely think it was very beneficial. And, I think timing is everything. And, I think I'm coming in at the right time.
So congrats to Chris Babb.
job,
We
Chris Babb.
will
Good job,
do
Chris
the
Babb.
exact same thing, and I guess a week and a half now.
Well,
10 more days.
he probably won't. He probably won't get another 10-day contract because he can't. Because he'll get.
Yeah, you only get 2 10 days, yeah.
But
Well,
I don't.
then you get re-signed for the season.
Do you think he will?
Right.
I think so.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they got space on the roster. They can
Probably.
use
don't they just do it now? Save us the trouble.
Because they always have that flexibility.
Right, I got you.
You never know. Maybe like Russell Westbrook could get bought out at the end of the year. You never know how that stuff's going to go down.
You never know.
Seems like the most likely candidate, right?
He's a good shooter. Babb's a really good shooter. I was watching him pregame, and obviously he's completely different, but he literally hit like every single 3-point shot that he took. It reminded me of myself. So.
Yeah.
Good one.
But still can't perform once the game starts, of course.
Right. Exactly.
Well, that's it for the Garden Report. We'll be back for the Wednesday game. So for Evans Clinchey, for Jimmy Toscano, I'm Jared Weiss. Peace out.
Pretty much answered the question for me. 18 assists, 0 turnovers. That's special. You know, a lot of people can't do that, especially passing the ball that many times. The way he passes it and the difficulty, that's one hell of an accomplishment. So when he plays like that, it's kind of hard to beat. Yeah, it does. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Sometimes we're on the tail end of that, and it's pretty cool. Got done? Cool. Thank you.
Yes, sir.